I wanted to talk to you guys about, let's just say exercise. How many of you exercise? Do you go to PE at school? Now, you're too young to go to school, I know that, but the rest of you, have you gone to school and actually done PE where they make you run? And do you have to, gym? Is it called gym? Oh, okay, well, okay, back when I was your age, we called it PE. But it's called gym. You guys go to gym, right? And you have to run and you have to do stuff. You have to pick up weights. They don't have you pick up weights, do they? Let me ask you something. I got a rock up here. How big of a rock can you pick up? Have you ever tried to pick up a rock? Well, I don't know. I'm going to try to pick up this rock because it's like, I don't know. I can't pick it up. I cannot pick up this rock. It's so big. Oh, boy. But you know, if I could pick up this rock, don't you think that I'd get really strong? If I could pick it up and then I could lift it and practice lifting it, do you think it would help build my muscles? But right now, it's too big for me, isn't it? It's too much. Well, I'd probably want to start off, if I wasn't going to go out and buy weights, I'd probably want to start off buying, going out finding a smaller rock, right? And then you think if I picked up that rock a whole lot, that I could get a bigger rock? And then if I got a bigger rock and a bigger rock, and then I kept lifting them, do you think I could eventually get to where I could pick up this rock? Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Isn't that something? So, then I could probably get to where I could just go, and I could just pick it right up, couldn't I? Yeah, do you think so? Well, let me see. Okay, why don't you come up and pick up the rock? You want to try it? Oh, look, you can pick it up a little bit. There you go. You can do it. See? So see, what sometimes is really heavy for one person, another person can pick it up and it's not a big deal, right? Well, see, sometimes that's the way that it is with us in our faith. Because you're trying to be faithful, and right now in your lives, it might be a little easier to be faithful. And you can say, I love God, and I want to just pray to God, and I'm always going to believe in God, and I know that God is a good God. Well, sometimes, and a lot of people out here have experienced this, life gets really, really hard. And it gets to be so hard, sometimes it feels like it's a big rock that's just too big for us to pick up, and we can lose our faith. But the Bible tells us that the challenges we have in life, whenever life gets really, really hard, it's there so that we can exercise our faith. Okay? So when life gets really, really tough for you, just think, that's a big rock. But I can be faithful, I can still believe in God, and God's going to help me get to where I can get over whatever this hard stuff is. Because you're going to exercise your faith, right? Okay? See, if God always gave you just a little bitty rock all the time, or if you had weights and you just had a little bitty weight and you worked with that all the time, let me ask you something. If I just went outside and picked up a piece of gravel off the road, a little bitty rock like that, and I lifted it, do you think it would help me get stronger? No, probably not. And see, that's why life's not easy, because if life was easy all the time, it'd be like that little rock, and it wouldn't help us grow our faith. So if you want to get stronger and you want to be a more faithful person, you want to be like Jesus, then you always have to be working up to the big rock. Okay, so when life gets hard, just say, it's great that life is hard. Good life is hard, because it means I get to exercise my faith and I'm going to be stronger, and I'm going to love God even more when I'm all through it. Okay? Do you have a question? Okay?
I start with little rocks and then I go to the big ones.
And that's what we got to do. Exactly right. Don't ever just try to take on something all at once. Okay? Work your way up. But when life gets hard for us, just realize that God's never going to give us more than we can handle. The challenges that come up, God's always going to help us through it, okay? And it's just your opportunity to exercise so you can love God more.